Hey, welcome guys back to another episode of Open Night at the Cydeer Café. I am joined here by a flesh tuber. I know they're quite rare in the VTuber world, but basically they use a webcam instead of this virtual avatar because they have somewhat more confidence than the rest of us. I'm joined by my friend here, Bankai Raven. He's from Denmark, which is the smaller of the Scandinavian countries, except Iceland, but they don't count because technically they're closer to America than us, but that's life. But yeah, we're going to be talking quickly about like what it's like being a new streamer, but on the perspective of someone who uses a webcam versus someone who uses an avatar like myself. And then we're going to talk on to his special subject, which is handball, which is basically like basketball, but with a very small ball. But it's probably not. I have no idea what handball is, but I will soon by the end of this. So yeah. Bankai, why don't you try introduce yourself a little bit, tell them a little bit about yourself, and how come you started streaming with a webcam? Well, just in general, why did you start streaming?
I started stream because I thought it would be a fun idea to have people see how I play and my play style, making a community and making some friends along the way.
Okay, so you kind of like just wanted to kind of have that kind of sense of like friendship and stuff from the community you built, as well as like finding some cool people to play games with along the way type deal?
Yeah, like I want, like how I found you on this, but I like making friends and be the friendly guy, not like I have the aggression, but I like making the friends of this and trying to make a big community and having lots of fun.
No, that makes sense, because I mean, I suppose when like you do first start streaming, it's a bit daunting because then you don't know who you are. The people don't know who you are. You kind of don't really meet a lot of people, so I suppose you kind of either meet people through the games you play, or you go onto Twitter or some social media and just be like, yes, I am a streamer. Where my streamers at, you know?
Yeah, I know. Like I only stream my small things. But just put up my stream and then people come say hi. It's not my biggest part of people coming in, but when people come in, I'm talking to people and asking how people's days are and shit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I suppose in the future, I guess you can, once you've played a few more games, got a few more people to get to know you, post it a little bit, you probably get a few more people in streams, make some new friends. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe get some friends nearby where you're from and see if they can get into it. But yeah, well, what would you say? So you started streaming, but like, since you're kind of new at it, would you say there's anything kind of like you wish you knew before you started that you now know now?
Yeah, like how to set up the streams. Like I found that out a bit by myself, but got a lot of help on the way to set up streams. But it's nicely to know when, like, how to turn off view accounts and how to not see ban people having moderators instead. I wish I hadn't had that, but yeah, I knew from the start it's going to be a bit of a harsh start.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you first start streaming, you kind of got worried about the bots who come in and they're like, ah yes, here, buy viewers and buy subscriptions and all this, and you kind of just like, can you just go away, please? Because like it just brings the vibe of the whole stream down. But also like, yeah, having good mods, usually friends, is quite good. So you know, you to each their own type deal. But I suppose with the setting up the stream thing, though, for those who are watching, the one bit of advice I did give to Bankai here before we actually did this podcast is to not use Streamlabs. Streamlabs pulls so much stuff from your PC, whereas like, but if you use standard OBS, it probably uses like maybe a tenth of what Streamlabs will use. So you know, use Streamlabs if you have a lower end PC, and if you have a higher end PC, I mean, don't use Streamlabs if you have a lower end PC, but if you do have a higher end PC, make sure you're not using Streamlabs anyway, because you can get way more out of OBS. But yeah, so with the whole streaming side of things, like what type of stuff do you like to play? Like what's your vibe? Are you kind of more of a action streamer or more of a kind of slow vibe Minecraft type streamer? Like what are you going for?
Yeah, I like playing like Apex. I like playing action. I wanna get into the shit, like so people can see, oh, he plays like this, but I would say I have the slow vibe of not getting too aggressive, but also can get the aggression on it if it's needed.
Yes, you kind of have a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, that's streaming as a new streamer. I suppose out there, it's a lot easier these days than when we first all started years and years ago. But yeah, so handball. Give us a rundown of handball. What is it? And like, basically, I have no idea what handball is. In my mind, it's basketball but with a small ball. So, what is handball?
Handball is a sport made here in Denmark, but it's played all across Europe. It's basically European countries that is the top teams in it. But
Okay.
how handball works out? You have from if you won U13 and under, you play with, or is it? That's 5 people on the team, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 people. There's like a left back, right back, and then you have 2 on the far end of the middle thing. Then you have the one in the middle to save. He's the one that controls defense and attack. He's
Right. Okay.
like the like a middle person
Like the captain type deal, midfielder.
Yeah, like a midfielder. Yeah, he's like he's the center of the team.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he's not there, you're all the way lost. There's nothing you can do.
That's fair. So like with handball, is it kind of like, I assume you don't kick the ball around or anything? So is it like you throw it or is it like you slap it? Like what's the vibe?
I can try and get a handball. I have run right in a back here. Like when you play handball, you have like when I play U17, this is a handball.
Right,
I hold it like a flat hand on it because that's how I'll throw it. But if you want to throw hard, hold it like this. But I play with something called harpics, and that makes the ball sticky and easy to catch and easy to moves. So it's just very sticky ball, so it can just fall off my hand.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Bit like blue tack.
Yeah, there's different sizes from everybody. When you have that's you. So U10 up to U10 you play with size 0. U13 you play with size 1. This is a size 2, what you use in U15 and 17. And when you get up to the senior level, you play with a size 3. That's what the men's team play with, and women's only go up to size 2. So you play differently on this did.
Oh, okay, so I see what you mean. So like once you're kind of like towards the end of college age, you kind of use the U2 that you have, U3 that you have.
You can say that like when you're playing, the most different is there's lots of rules that can be bent and run around. So
okay, so is the idea to kind of like throw the ball into a net, or is it like what was it?
It's you play now. I play with 6 players on the field because I play U15 above. So I play with 6 players. I have the two behind.
Yep.
2 here and the middle. But I have one behind the defense that's called Stry, and that's where I play usually.
Right.
But that's like where the big players be, big strong players, and I'm not big and strong, so that's hard for me. But that's right in front of the goal.
Oh, okay.
And usually the defense like to take you close and rip it off, try to rip it off you and hold you in place so you don't get too close to the goal.
Alright, okay. But so is there like a? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the goal is literally just I think it's a 5 meters and 3 high, something like that, 3 meters high or something.
Oh, okay. Is there like a goalkeeper or anything, or is it you just kind of playing hopeless?
Of course, there's a goalkeeper, but he doesn't really count as a player. So there's
7 people.
Yeah, there's 7 people on the field. Goalkeeper, stay, middle, the center backs or the backs, and then you have the runners behind. That's called fløj in Danish, but they just run up. They don't really play defensive. When you get the ball on your team, they just run, and hopefully they get before the defense play up there, and you just throw the ball up to them, and they can score easily.
Oh, okay, that's pretty interesting to be fair. I've never, obviously, in my mind, handball's basically hacky sack. Like you know, like you see hacky sack where it's like it's like a small little beanbag that you kick with your feet, but then you can also like.
Yeah, handball is a bit different. It's like lots of different sizes, like in football. Always the defensive players are always the big guys on the field.
Yeah,
the big guys in handball, they're on the sides and the backs, on the right and left back, and sty. The sty is where the big boys are, the one that's mostly aggressive and don't know how to handle the ball properly. And the backs are the big boys, like big and strong. They're usually like 180 to 190 meters high. It's crazy. So I'm just looking up at them like, damn, they're big guys.
Yeah, you're walking around like a bit like a small guy while the other dude's like towering over you type deal.
Yeah, that's literally like, they're always bigger than me and stronger, so high league play. And behind the runners or the fløj, they're always the smallest guys, but they are fast as fuck, man. Trust me. you're never gonna catch one of them.
Oh well, at least you know who to look out for then if someone's running at you.
Yeah, and then the middle guy, he's like a middle player. He's like my height, my build. He's usually a little bit faster, but also on the strong side. He's like a mid thing, but he knows all the strategies and where people need to run in. When you play like Barcelona, that's a call out for a stream strategy where the strike runs up to the mid, gives the ball to the strike catches it over to the I think it's left back, and then the right back comes running over. The left back catches the right back, and then they jump up and shoot. And usually the defense gets all, whoa, who need to go? But when you get higher up, it's a bit different.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with handball, is it quite big in Europe in the sense of like, is it, obviously it's not going to be like football level, but is it fairly like popular?
It's really popular. Here in Denmark, you either play football or handball. That's like it. If you're a football guy, you're usually a bit more popular. And handball's that's a bit smaller, but it's the big thing here.
Oh, okay. I wish we had handball over here in the UK because it sounds like a good game. I'm not good at football, but handball, I've got quite a good throw and quite a good reaction. I feel like I would be good at handball, but football not so much. I got 2 left feet. I'll trip over everyone as I'm trying to run to do stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's lots of difference between football and handball. The goalkeeper can of course use his whole body to block.
Yeah,
that's like also how this is football. But in handball, you can't use, if you touch your feet, you can get a yellow card or 2 minutes if you're in the defense because you disrupt the game and like if you kick the ball away or something.
Okay, so with your team, who's your favorite team? Like not your team specifically because you don't want to give away personal details, but like your who's your favorite team? Because I remember you mentioned Barcelona there. Would that be them?
Yeah, that's my favorite team. That's the big team where I live. That's like a really big team. That's like one of the best in the world right now. There's 2 teams in Denmark that's called the best in the world right now.
Okay.
And Barcelona, I like them because they have the Danish goalkeeper. They have 2 Danish on the team, and they have my favorite player of all time, D-Man from France.
Okay.
A really good right. I think it's left back or right back. I don't remember. Really good player in my opinion.
Can't be your favorite player if you don't know his position. See how it is. See how it is.
He usually play right or left back. He can switch up. He's really good. He has the skills. He just won the finals with France here in the, I think it was Europe games.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Came second and Sweden third.
That's fair. I've never seen, the thing is I go to Sweden quite a lot actually, and I've never heard of handball from them. My friends in Sweden like ice hockey. Like they like ice hockey a lot. Like they do a lot.
That's a big thing. That's a really big thing in Sweden.
Yeah, they love their ice hockey. I think I was passing a game once, and honestly, I saw more people there than like a football match over here. I was like, Jesus, like. But honestly, it's so terrifying. Like ice hockey, I could never do ice hockey again. It's the feet thing. I'd be sitting there fumbling around like Bambi on ice. It wouldn't be healthy. It would not be amazing.
I've tried it. It's very difficult to play, but you can actually, when like in gym class, you play it not on ice, but just in the gym with sticks and on the ground.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Ice hockey is a big thing in Sweden, and handball's. Sweden just came into handball again, but like the big dive here in Europe are Denmark, France, Norway, Sweden, and now Germany came in and switched out with Spain.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh well, it seems like it could be picking up. You never know. Eventually, it could be bigger than football if things keep going. You never know.
I don't think that.
No, you never know. Well, it's been really fun talking to you. If there's any other advice you'd like to give new streamers before you head off, is there anything you would like to tell anyone out there who's thinking of becoming a streamer and or VTuber or just in general content creator? Or even, would you give any advice to any aspiring handball players out there?
Oh, be patient. Be patient. That's for the streamers. Be patient.
Yeah.
Turn off viewer count and don't mind if people don't come in chat. Just play for have fun.
Yeah, play for have fun and just talk like there's 1,000 people there.
Yeah, exactly. You just think about, there's 1,000 people in my chat. Just talk normally, and if people come in chat, just talk to them a bit. Be patient. Everything comes in their way. and handball, just stay strong, live life. I'm a retired handball player now because of damage, but that's aside. But
yeah, well, there you go, guys. You heard it here first. If you're a new streamer, turn off your view account, stay patient, and pretend there's 10,000 people watching you. And if you're playing handball, try not to hurt yourself, but also stay strong and stay fast. Thank you, guys. I hope you've enjoyed Open at Cydeer Café. I'm going to say quickly goodbye, so I'll see you guys. Do you want to say bye? Yeah?
bye, guys.
See you guys. Good night.